Top of the day, beautiful people. It's wobble, yeah, it's wobble, Janaya. All right, beautiful people. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. We have begun a new month today. Hey, girl, hey. Okay, let's see. But technically, we're at the 16th day of this. Where we at? The 8th, 9th month. I gotta go back and check. But anyway, according to the Gregorian calendar, we are in the 11th month of the year. Today is November the 1st, 2020. Day 290 of year 2 of reading through the books of the law and the prophets. And of the 2-year consecutive day count, day 654, that's without the Sabbath, and the Sabbath feast days added in. Greetings. All right, beautiful people. I'm checking this. Nope, wrong. Create. I'm just checking the lengths real quick. Oh, that's pretty long. 90. We should do 91. Okay. We'll stick with the 3 today, y'all. We'll start tomorrow with Psalms 91. Okay, but today is Psalms 88, 89, and 90. And 89 is about 52 verses. So, wasn't it, Tiffany? Yes, it was. Even Bella had looked out the window. Good morning. Love you too. Bella looked out the window last night. She's like, Mom, look at the moon. And she scared me for a second. And because I already knew it was full moon, I already saw it, But the way she screamed, I'm like, wait, did something change? And I'm running to look out the window. I was like, oh, girl, yeah, it's super bright and big, ain't it? She said, yes. Yeah, the way she screamed, it kind of scared me for a second. I didn't know what she was looking at, so. But yeah, clearly my kids are into stargazing too. They watch me, so, they watching me making observations. So when I'm not watching, they watch. And even when we drive, she's out. I'm like, you're right, she's out, and they'll start talking about it. So it's a good thing as we learn about the habitat that we live in. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get started with the reading. Anybody come in early, y'all forget it was daylight savings time. I've been up for a minute. I was trying to go back to sleep. Couldn't go back to sleep because I was like, well, let me look into something real quick. And that started. I was not able to go back to sleep. So, all right, y'all. Psalm chapter 88. O Yahuwah, God of my salvation, I cry out to you by day. I come to you at night. Now hear my prayer. Listen to my cry. For my life is full of troubles, and death draws near. I am as good as dead, like a strong man with no strength left. They have left me among the dead, and I lie like a corpse in the grave. I am forgotten, cut off from your care. You have thrown me into the lowest pit, into the darkest depths. Your anger weighs me down. With wave after wave, you have engulfed me. You have driven my friends away by making me repulsive to them. I am in a trap with no way of escape. My eyes are blinded by my tears. Each day I beg for your help. O Yahuwah, I lift my hands to you for mercy. Are your wonderful deeds of any use to the dead? Do the dead rise up and praise you? Can those in the grave declare your unfailing love? Can they proclaim your faithfulness in the place of destruction? Can the darkness speak of your wonderful deeds? Can anyone in the land of forgetfulness talk about your righteousness? O Yahuwah, I cry out to you. I will keep on pleading day by day. O Yahuwah, why do you reject me? Why do you turn your face from me? I have been sick and close to death since my youth. I stand helpless and desperate before your terrors. Your fierce anger has overwhelmed me. Your terrors have paralyzed me. They swirl around me like floodwaters all day long. They have engulfed me completely. You have taken away my companions and loved ones. Darkness is my closest friend. Why scared? Oh, the way she screamed scared me. I didn't know what she was talking about. I know she said the moon. Not that I thought that the moon was going to change or anything. Even if it was red, it wouldn't have scared me. But the way she screamed, it was like, it just, I don't know. You know how your children scream and catch you off guard, like, what's wrong? But then she said the moon, So I was like, girl, but I looked, but yeah, nothing about the moon would have scared me. Because it's never going to change. The color may change or would seem to change, but nothing about it in its light itself will change. It will always be the same. What it would be an outside force maybe covering it or doing something like that. But nothing about the sun, moon, and stars will ever change. Despite what people tell you and teach you is contrary. Yahuwah said they will never change their course. They won't change color. So when you hear prophecies about a blood red moon or things like that, it's not necessarily the moon itself changing color. It's some outside force making it appear to be that way. Yeah, so the way she screamed is what scared me, for real. I hope I explained it the right way. Okay, Psalms chapter 89. I will sing of Yahuwah's unfailing love forever. Young and old will hear of your faithfulness. Your unfailing love will last forever. Your faithfulness is as enduring as the heavens. Yahuwah said, I have made a covenant with David, my chosen servant. I have sworn this oath to him. I will establish your descendants as kings forever. They will sit on your throne from now unto all eternity. This right here, let me just pull this out. Right here, this also further verifies. Even King David himself is saying that Yahuwah has chosen him, his chosen servant, not just him alone or one particular person, but it specifies, I will establish your descendants as kings. All of this is plural, forever. They will sit on your throne from now until eternity. There will be multiple generations where different kings will arise. It's not one king, because ain't nobody living forever right now, y'all. The teaching that they taught is it got your mind screwed up about what this really says. That's the whole point of why we're reading it word for word, so we stop taking things out of context. As they teach out of context, we can pause, examine, and adjust, and keep moving on with the truth. That's the whole purpose why. But it's a lot of people that's just not ready to move on in truth. They just kind of want to hold steady to where they're at. And if they want to do that, then they do that. But as we find out more truth, we adjust. Because as you find out more truth, your beliefs have to adjust. Things that you used to believe were true may no longer be true anymore because of the new information that you've taken in. And you should grow. Growth should be a forever process for everybody, but some choose not to grow when they're comfortable with the current information they have. Current information is going to get some people in trouble a little ways here down the road. You have to adjust to new information based on the truth. Verse 5. Now I just go back to 3 again. Yahuwah said, I have made a covenant with David, my chosen servant. I have sworn this oath to him. This is the oath. I will establish your descendants as kings forever. They will sit on your throne from now until eternity. All heaven will praise your great wonders, Yahuwah. Myriads of angels will praise you for your faithfulness. For who in all of heaven can compare to Yahuwah? What mightiest angel is anything like Yahuwah? The highest angelic powers stand in awe of Yah. He is far more awesome than all who surround his throne. Yahuwah, the God of heaven's armies, where is there anyone as mighty as you, O Yah? You are entirely faithful. You rule the oceans. You subdue their storm-tossed waves. You crush the great sea monster. You scatter your enemies with your mighty arm. The heavens are yours. The earth is yours. Everything in the world is yours. You created it all. You created north and south. Mount Tabor and Mount Hermon praise your name. Powerful is your arm. Strong is your hand. Your right hand is lifted high in glorious strength. Righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne. Unfailing love and truth walk before you as attendants. Happy are those who hear the joyful call to worship, for they will walk in the light of your presence, Yahuwah. They rejoice all day long in your wonderful reputation. They exult in your righteousness. You are their glorious strength. It pleases you to make us strong. Yes, our protection comes from Yahuwah, and He, the Holy One of Israel, has given us our King. Long ago, you spoke in a vision to your faithful people. You said, I have raised up a warrior. I have selected him from the common people to be king. I have found my servant David. I have anointed him with my holy oil. I will steady him with my hand. With my powerful arm, I will make him strong. His enemies will not defeat him, nor will the wicked overpower him. I will beat down his adversaries before him and destroy those who hate him. My faithfulness and unfailing love will be with him, and by my authority he will grow in power. I will extend his rule over the sea, his dominion over the rivers, and he will call out to me, You are my Father, my God, and the rock of my salvation. I will make him my firstborn son, the mightiest king on the earth. I will love him and be kind to him forever. My covenant with him will never end. I will preserve an heir for him. His throne will be as endless as the days of heaven. But if his descendants forsake my instructions and fail to obey my regulations, if they do not obey my decrees and fail to keep my commands, then I will punish their sin with a rod and their disobedience with beating. But I will never stop loving him, nor fail to keep my promise to him. No, I will not break my covenant. I will not take back a single word I have said. I have sworn an oath to David, and in my holiness I cannot lie. His dynasty will go on forever. His kingdom will endure as the sun. It will be as eternal as the moon, and my faithful witness in the sky. My faithful. Hey, we just talk about that. I didn't read ahead. The sun and the moon, his faithful witnesses in the sky, they will never change. It is as enduring as all eternity. I read that again. His dynasty will go on forever. His kingdom will endure as the sun. It will be as eternal as the moon, my faithful witness in the sky. But now you have rejected him and cast him off. You are angry with your anointed king. You have renounced your covenant with him. You have thrown his crown in the dust. You have broken down the walls, protected him, and ruined every fort defending him. Everyone who comes along has robbed him, and he has become a joke to his neighbors. You have strengthened his enemies and made them all rejoice. You have made his sword useless and refused to help him in battle. You have ended his splendor and overturned his throne. You have made him old before his time and publicly disgraced him. O Yahuwah, how long will this go on? Will you hide yourself forever? How long will your anger burn like fire? Remember how short my life is, how empty and futile this human existence. No one can live forever. All will die. No one can escape the power of the grave. Yahuwah, where is your unfailing love? You promised it to David with a faithful pledge. Consider, Yahuwah, how your servants are disgraced. I carry in my heart the insults of so many people. Your enemies have mocked me, O Yah. They mock your anointed king wherever he goes. Praise the name of Yahuwah forever. Amen and amen. Yes, Tiffany. Whoa, I will not go back on my word. Yeah, so, but if you also look up here now, he's crying out. He's saying it seems like your promises have been broken, but they haven't. But he also mentioned ahead of time that Yahuwah's covenant is eternal with us. But if we ever turned away, that he would turn his back on us, but not forever. Not forever. He would come back and he would restore. All right, y'all, last chapter for today, Psalm chapter 90. Yahuwah, through all the generations, you have been our home. Before the mountains were born, before you gave birth to the earth and the world, from the beginning to end, you are God. You turn people back to dust. I'm sorry, y'all, tongue-tied. You turn people back to dust, saying, return to dust, you mortals. For you, 1,000 years are as a passing day, as brief as a few night hours. You sweep people away like dreams that disappear. They're like grass that springs up in the morning. In the morning it blooms and flourishes, but by evening it is dry and withered. We wither beneath your anger. We are overwhelmed by your fury. You spread out our sins before you, our secret sins, and you see them all. We live our lives beneath your wrath, ending our years with a groan. 70 years are given to us. Some even live to 80. Remember, we talked about this a few days ago about when we was talking about the 120 days. It said, my spirit will not always strive with man, for his years shall be 120. Remember, I was saying that was, and I actually gave the references that day because it was taken out of context. What Yahuwah was saying, if you have the full story, remember, Genesis is a summation of the full creation account. It's just like the cliff notes of the full story. But if you go to the full story and you get the bigger story, if you go to Jasher and Jubilees, what he was saying during that time, this was a time where Yahuwah was warning them, and Enoch was constantly telling them that a great flood was coming. Even Adam knew there was a great flood, a great deluge coming. Bella, stop. A great deluge coming. And they kept telling and telling and telling. So by the time Moses, but by the time Noah was born, it was during his time that this great deluge or the great flood would happen. And so it took 5 years to build the ark, but he told him, that's when Yah was saying, he said, my spirit will not always strive with man. They got 120 years to get this together. He said, otherwise this flood is going to come. Like, he was pretty much saying, he said, if the people would repent, I will relent from what I'm about to do. He said, because this wickedness and everything that's going on cannot continue. But the people, they just grew worse and worse, worse and worse. So, and I think their last warning was that when they seen Noah building that ark, they should have got a clue. But even still then, their eyes were blind, because remember, even up to this point, it had not even rained on the earth. Yahuwah was taking care of the earth. He was watering it from the ground. So at this point, they had not seen rain come down from the sky yet. The windows of heaven, literally the windows of heaven, open, and the waters that are above the expanse and the waters below, the waters above began to flow through the windows of that firmament. Yahuwah opened the windows of the firmament, and it began to fill up the earth. It began to spill up It began to fill up the open space between the waters above and the waters below. The expanse, the firmament, and the dry ground, which is called land and earth, that air bubble began to fill up. You know, when he opened the windows of heaven, and the waters began to flow in. So, y'all that sang that song, open the windows of heaven, y'all might want to reconsider them words, because we don't truly really want the windows, the actual windows of heaven, to open up, because there's water up there. Why y'all think, let me tell y'all something. Things are so obvious and it's in plain sight. There is water above the sky, right? Think about the astronauts. Why you think the astronauts train in water, my G? If they go into outer space in the expanse in air, why do you train in water? Because they know that if they actually get through that Van Allen radiation belt that they've termed it, or the firmament, nobody has gotten outside of that. If they get outside of that, they know they're going to encounter water. That's why they practice underwater. They show you this under the training and stuff, the underwater exercise, because if they actually got through that, which I don't think they will, they're never going to get through that. The radiation up there, as they term it, is so thick, nothing has been able to make it through there. They've tried it, but they don't even get close, you know. So, but if the windows of heaven actually open, we in trouble, bro. Stop singing that song. Ain't nobody trying to die from another flood. I'm just saying, but I just wanted to bring that up. But hold on, there was a point I was trying to make. Oh, yeah, the years, the 120 years. But what he was saying about the 120 years, not that that's the length of lifetime that you would get, because we clearly know there are quite a few people that has lived past 120 years. He said, when he said it, they had a 120-year span to get it together. That's when a flood would come. You know, so, but right here, and even in a couple other places, when you read the book of Second Esdras, it also talks about 70 years given to us, and some even live to 80. But anything after that is just striving. And, you know, it's like I said before, especially if you don't take care of your bodies and you don't go back to the plant-based way of life of eating, your body's just going to break down on you. Eating the meat and stuff. And I know they done taught you it was good. You eat whatever you want, but do as thou wilt. I mean, okay, y'all want to follow that? Follow that. Not getting on anybody who eats meat, but our bodies, are created to, we're essentially plant life, if that makes sense. Plants revive us, they heal us. We come from the earth. We're literally taken from the earth. That's why everything that grows from the earth heals our bodies and cleanses our bodies. Not the animals. The life of the flesh is in the blood. We should not consume anything with life blood in it, meaning flesh. Humans or beasts, they should not go in our mouth, but it's going to take a purging period for people who want to continue eating it. But even science has proven that when you put meat, any kind of meat, I don't care what kind of meat it is, it could be beef meat, pork meat, turkey meat, chicken meat, or fish meat, it putrefies in your system. And if you eat enough of it over your years, guess what happens? Colon cancer happens. Why? Because you have rotting flesh sitting on the inside of your body. Now, I know people want to get all spiritual on me. Well, what about Passover and this and the lamb? I don't care. It's still meat, y'all. Pay attention. You've been, what's the word I want to use? You've been hoodwinked. Let's just say that, right? Because people don't really read and they don't really realize where leaven and lies have been added. They think everything is completely holy. Everything in here is the truth. And that is not the case, even when it comes down to that. So that's that. Okay, so back on track. The 70 years were given to us, and some even lived to 80. But remember that 120 years was the warning period of time that Yahuwah said, if you don't get it together, repent, stop all this wickedness. And 120 years, that's when that great deluge, that great flood that you've been hearing about, been passed down through your ancestors from Adam all the way up until now, the times of Noah, that is going to happen in your day. And it happened because they didn't listen. So they knew they was in trouble when the windows of heaven had opened and the flood started coming in from the sky. Right now, the ecosystem we have, the clouds produce the rain that waters the land. But the floodgates of heaven, imagine that it filled up the entire earth in 40 days. So there was massive gushes of water coming down from the sky, and they knew they was in trouble. They was trying to get on that ark, but you know what? Yahuwah, in all his wisdom, he knew that was going to happen. That's why he already had brought all the animals that were to go up there, so Noah could pull the sets of the different animals to preserve some of the animals and stuff who would live on after the flood, and the ones that didn't go on, there was like the guards to the ship, so to speak. So when the people tried to get past, and if you read the full account in Jasher and Jubilees, it tells you that those animals that were there that didn't get on the ark prevented the people from breaking it down and getting on. They chased them out and they just ran out. That was, time is up, bro. Okay, back to the reading. Psalm 90, verse 10. 70 years are given to us. Some even live to 80. But even the best years are filled with pain and trouble. Soon they disappear and we fly away. Who can comprehend the power of your anger? Your wrath is as awesome as the fear you deserve. Teach us to realize the brevity of life so that we may grow in wisdom. O Yah, come back to us. How long will you delay? Take pity on your servants. Satisfy us each morning with your unfailing love so we may sing for joy to the end of our lives. Give us gladness in proportion to our former misery. Replace the evil years with good. Let us, your servants, see you work again. Let our children see your glory. May Yahuwah, our God, show us his approval and make our efforts successful. Yes, make our efforts successful. And that, my beautiful people, is our reading for today. That was Psalms 88, 89, and 90. It is Sunday, November the 1st, 2020. Day 290 of year 2 of reading through the books of the law and the prophets. And of the 2-year consecutive day count, we are on day 654. All right, y'all. So, y'all know what time it is. Numbers chapter 6. Headed to the blessing. Yep. First 21 verses is the Nazarite vow. The blessing starts at verse 22. Who authored Psalms 88? I gotta go back. I just skipped from there, like right at the top it showed. Hold on. Let's do the blessing first and then I'll go back. Okay. And we'll look. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, the children of Yiso Lili, or the children of Yisa Elah. Saying unto them, May Yahuwah bless us and keep us. May Yahuwah make his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. Little girl, you better go put that back.
That's itching. That's spider ribs.
No, it's not.
What is them?
Okay, she done took my little dry mop and stood it up and it hit the ceiling fan. Okay. Psalm, I saw it right there. Psalm, you said, who authored Psalms 88? I want to say it's King David. Right here, it says I got a little note here. But just about what it's saying. Okay, up here at the little snippet part, it says Psalm 88 for the choir director, a psalm of the descendants of Korah, a song to be sung to the tune, the suffering of affliction, a song of Heman the Ezrahite. So Heman wrote this song. Heman the Ezrahite. Yep. Okay. The song of sons of Korah. Yeah. Same thing. He's a son of Korah. Thank you, Janaya. All right. But yeah, let me copy this. And I'll paste that in here too. That way, if you want to make sure you got the right spelling, if you want to look into Ezrahite. Yeah, poem of Herman the Ezrahite. Thank you, Janaya. Yay. Okay. Yeah, so she put it there. So, I mean, I guess I didn't copy and paste it, so I put it there too. Comment. Boom. Okay. And I put it in the notes on the YouTube video too. So, hey, my comment popped up while I'm still live. Okay. Okay, y'all. So that's it. So, that's our reading for today. The elections are getting quite interesting. Election day is in 2 days. Tuesday. Election day Tuesday. And we'll see the outcome of this. Apparently they really think it's going to be some kind of uproar and stuff. I don't know. Walmart pulled all their guns and ammo off the shelf, and then they changed their mind within like 48 hours and put it back up there. I'm like, okay. I don't know. Maybe they're really convinced too that maybe all hell is going to break loose after these elections, and I don't know, maybe they got friends in the areas as that are I don't know, sponsors, or maybe I don't know, maybe they use Walmart a lot and they want to make sure that all their family and friends can get their last minute ammo and stuff. I don't know that, because I really didn't look into it that much. I really just I got in a family group, one of our friends posted that. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. So I don't know. I'm gonna just say this: keep y'all butts in the house. Stay in the house, and y'all should be okay. Stay in the house, and you'll be okay. That's what I'm gonna say about that. I don't know. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we'll all be fine, but there may be some Numbers chapter 6, Janiyah, verses 22 through 27. That's the blessing. Numbers, I'll post it. Numbers chapter 21 is found. I just want to type this out because I want to see it pop up, y'all. The blessing is found in, I say it like every day, but I know you're not there like every day. Okay, Numbers chapter 6, verse 22 through 20. Got extra space. Okay, it should pop up. Yep, there you go. Okay, y'all, that's it. Be safe out there. Love you. See you bright and early in the morning, 7:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, beautiful people. Love you. Peace.